はい、お願いします。I think as most of you know, today, 2 o'clock, there's a memorial celebration of Frank Silvey Sensei's life. So I have the address if any of you need to get it, okay? But it's just about a block from the old dojo in Japantown, okay? So it's pretty close to where we were for many years. Anyway, yeah, that's the under. The under. Since they called it the land of the roots. We tend to think of spiritual as upper, okay? In some sense, it has a bad name, but he said don't neglect it, okay? And initially, I'm just kind of waving my hands here, but there's a texture to it. And sometimes it's easy to kind of miss. It's kind of nurturing. Nurturing. Protective. Loving in a certain way. You see, you kind of get too much into that. Yeah. Yeah. For example, as you kind of go deeper, sometimes you kind of imagine roots, imagine sense, feel, roots. Yeah. Yeah. And if you kind of watch it, I'm kind of mental about it. There's a feel experience going on. A little bend in the knees as opposed to like legs straight. Yeah. Deeper, calmer. She kind of has I'm using he, she, it's not really that one, but the so upper, okay, that there's a balance here. There's balance. No, since I said don't neglect it. Don't neglect the ground, the earth, whatever it is, you sort of, spiritually got the Heavenly Father, we got the Mother Protector, okay? And that's important. It kind of represents the Mother Protector. So that's the sense of it, right? Oh. And so, we tend to think power comes down, or enlightenment comes down from that direction, but it also can come up from this direction. Oh. It's kind of has a smoothness. Initially, I'm kind of going, I'm staring at the ground, trying to figure, but easy there. Very easy. Very easy. Okay. Now, one of the things, for example, if we were to start out this way, there is a upper, reactive, deeper, and a feel. Right? Now, right here, easy. Do you see the up? But that's because something has sort of set the table for it. So right here, okay. So just that area. So instead of reactive outer up, it's kind of a deeper sense of, as I say, it's kind of like using a term, the Mother Protector. Yeah, we're just kind of, looks like an upper outer move, but it's really kind of coming from a different direction. Okay, let's just pair up, see how that goes. Yeah, and one of the things about it, everything, that motion. In other words, it looks like it's going up. It's got the support, right? I'm feeling his weight. His weight is pushing down. I'm going to push back against it. And we're going to have a war in the upper zone. Yeah, hi. Yeah, whatever the movement happens to be too. Potential. She's the mother protector with archetypes, you know, you tend to kind of go so much that way, and we all stand on the earth, and we all stand, you know, whatever the movement happens to be, we all stand on the earth. So that exists. It's good, but we get too involved, that becomes toxic. You know what I mean? Easy, easy. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're kind of working what we call, you know, what else used to call the land of the roots. Move down here for a little bit, everybody, just sort of. Ah, most things, you know, it tends to be upper, but it's just I said, don't neglect. You have the land of the roots. You know, in some sense, you kind of settle enough. It's kind of like the mother protector. Yeah. And, you know, we kind of get caught up in this. The upper masculine becomes toxic. So easy. Easy. It's very easy right there. Okay. So grab and put your weight there. I think you got this. Yes. Right. So he wanted people to kind of get into that, because you get too upper outer, that's where wars start. And we kind of want to, the land of the roots. The land of the roots. Got it? Good. Just, ah, yeah. Oh, where does abundance come from? It doesn't come from under, right? You got those something. Another one, really kind of get down a bit, you know, down. I don't want to get down. I want to get up there. Easy there. Easy. Very easy to miss her. We're talking gender, but it's not a gender, right? Everybody gets so fixated on that we kind of ignore kind of the deeper, more natural feminine energies. Not saying gender, but upper, deeper, lower. You don't want to do that. It's upper, fine, deeper, right? And likewise from here, then both directions are good. Okay. But even this one, this one, it's kind of the feeling of an embrace. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna. Easy. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And just for a bit, everybody up, get down for a bit. Get down. Everything is up here, out there. All right. Easy there. Easy. Deeper. We tend to think upper, lower, like that under area is lower than, yeah, of course it is in that way. You get an upper, you get a deeper, the roots, the land of the roots, land of the roots, not just an idea in your head. Ah, you're kind of that deeper key kind of coming up through you, not just totally up there. Ah, yeah, good. Okay. And so what happens here? Here we have between nations a border dispute. That energy comes in to make a connection to where it doesn't have to go into a border war. Let's elevate the discussion. Says it's very easy with itself. It's not, I'm going to make you do that. Conversely, all right, why fight over ground? You both stand on it, that feeling. So there's the other direction here. Notice how right here, very easy for me to get caught up in out there when it's kind of inside you and it comes up through you, but it kind of comes up from the other direction. I see you, we're different. I'm gonna have to assert superiority or something. It's like, yeah, we both come up from there, don't we? All right. So the direction, easy. We did this one, but it came up from under. Now, this is kind of like, you feel kind of like an embrace here. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's just spend a little time, not the hand position, it really is connecting to, bonding with, deeper, what those things they call the land of the roots. Okay, all right, let's change partners. In other words, here it opens up underneath. Yes, it looks like it's up here, but we're both settling a little deeper. Right? Why fight over turf? Because you both stand on it. You said, this is mine, that's yours. I want yours to be more of mine. Kind of stupid after a while. Very easy right here. Easy. It's a magic kototama, even though it's English. Easy. Easy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Actually, good. It's quick. You will be more Marshall. You can do something like that. But quick. Easy. Easy. Opens. Yes. Yeah. Use a little bit more. Kind of get down a bit. Yes. Feel that thing. Yeah, I'm a little too busy. I'm a little too. Oh. If you see that, but we don't usually see the. I'm going to get down. See everything. I gotta make it up there. Maybe I need some deep roots. Because maybe I get burned out doing too much of the upper stuff again. And whatever, good. Easy with it. Easy. Yeah. Okay, good. And whether the movement itself appears to be an up or down, it kind of comes up from that under area, something different. Okay. Upper, outer, deeper, more interior. Is it very important? Upper, outer, deeper, more interior. Okay. In Avengers Endgame, Thor has to go back in time and do a bunch of stuff. Then he bumps into his mom, and he's a mess. He's just an absolute mess. He's overweight. He's sort of emotionally kind of really screwed up. And he meets his mom. And then what she tells him is, look, Or you've been listening to your dad too much. Odin, Odin. This is who you're supposed to be, son. You're gonna find you. So she's supportive in a different direction. And to some degree, he comes out of that sort of semi-healed, right? He doesn't think he's worthy anymore, but the hammer comes to him again. He's going, wow, I'm still worthy. This is supposed to, you got to do all these deeds to be worthy. He's like, no, you're just worthy. You listen to your dad too much. You know, you got to be this, you got to be that, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's easy there. And so she said, listen to the wisest person in Asgard, meaning her. So she kind of represents that under, Thor's mom, in that movie. And he comes out of there and he's better. He's on the track to healing whatever it is that's been kind of disrupted. Okay? So within that, you kind of get there. The upper, which means it's outer, we got to achieve out there, which is okay. It's good, but find you, son. Don't listen to what your dad says you're supposed to be. And you may be that, but you can't find yourself listening to your dad. You got to listen to yourself. And his mom is there from another direction to offer support and love. And Thor says, wait a second. Then the hammer comes and he realizes, I'm still worthy. See, the whole thing is in the upper one, I'm not worthy anymore. That's a psychological state. When we keep doing that, we keep messing up, improving ourselves right. So you got to listen to another voice. Easy here. Just very easy. Easy is not easy. It's a magic word. I'm going to do that. No. She's less, and I'm using a gender word, and it's not a gender, but it's a directional archetype. Everybody up? Okay, why don't we come in where she's coming this way? And either that much. See, the upper one gets so upper and outer ones. This is she's patient. All right. She doesn't make you go out and try to conquer an empire to prove you're worthy. Okay. But she's also wise. She doesn't just go here and get punched in the face. Anyway, it's easy. Giving attention where it's needed. Right? Still put weight out there. Okay. Coaching. Let's give it to relax, let the earth embrace him. A little different, more healing. Okay. So a simple motion, a step back. Okay. Let's change partners.
Next time.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And even more that feeling, we had a little touch of this with Yamaguchi sensei. Just kind of watch this with me. It's kind of not, but right about here. So we're kind of going in this particular direction. Easy. Easy. It's a martial situation, yeah. If I'm too upper, hours, we're going to escalate or do something stupid. This morning, what did I do? I was going to make oatmeal. And I put in some frozen blueberries in with it. Cooked up rice instead of oatmeal. And I didn't realize it until the very last. This kind of tastes weird. You know what I mean? You got to be able to laugh at yourself, because if you're too into, the upper, I got to do it right, but you mess up. So one of the things is, okay, whatever you're going to do right here, it is, it's connected, it's communicative, it's easy with itself. When he comes into this one, we're going maybe to another direction, whatever we do, it's easy with it. Okay? You see, you start to see connections that you would miss if you're too busy up here and out there. So it's kind of, it's a good healing place. Okay? All right. Yeah, good. Now, now, sit down. Now just think about it. That's good. You get down. Easy there. Easy. Go deeper. See, we're so up or out of, right? Easy. Easy. Yeah. There are really nice energies that come up when we start to do that, as opposed to up here and out there, things get kind of jagged after a while. The trend that's going on in this culture right now, it becomes toxic. You know, easy. It's more of a healing force. So it's coming in there, and yes, but you're hitting. Okay, yeah, keep going, settle a bit. Yeah, get down. People think that's bad, that's evil. No, it's not. You get too much into this, it gets toxic, right? So easy, step back, and easy. Yeah, right from the beginning. Settle it. Settle it. It's comfortable with itself. It's healing energy. Okay. When you get too caught up out there trying to do something, you don't miss yourself after that. Well, deeper, deeper. Oh, it's kind of like the archetype is the mother protective. Okay, if you talk in terms of psychology, right? So he's going to come in again and just don't be afraid to get down. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was so strong, right here. As he's coming, there's already a connection, even though he hasn't even touched you. So what I mean, you start to do that, and all of a sudden the key around you starts to kind of come to your aid. Even though it's invisible, you kind of feel there's something going on here that's pretty cool. Okay. Right. Okay, good. Now, if we kind of, let's just say we go fancy into like psychological archetypes. Archetypes are energies. Okay, and the deeper you go, the more universal they are. So I kind of call this one kind of like the mother protector. And again, in popular culture, she's Thor's mom in Endgame. She sort of has a sense she's going to die that day. She says, "Mom," she's cool with it. And Thor's a mess because if you're listening to his father about who he's supposed to be and not feeling who he is. So he kind of needs a jolt a little bit from another direction. Son, don't try to be who your father says you are. Feel who you are. Feel who you are. I'm not worthy anymore. Wait a second. I'm still worthy. Worthiness has nothing to do with what you do out there. It's who you are. Right? And so, that little snippet in Avengers Endgame has always been my favorite part of the movie. Okay. So, good. And for example, we're kind of, we're going, oh. Now, what I kind of want you to look at too quick, I'm going to get tangled up here. We're going to have a border war here. Easy. Let's look at what we're doing, and let's look at who we are. We both come out of the earth. So why fight for turf? All right. We come out of the earth, we're going back. There's something. All right. And that puts me in a place where, you know, instead of being oppositional, I'm protective of me, but I'm also somewhat protective of him. Psychologically, it's a healthier place. Okay. So we're going here. Now we can just keep going that way, but here, see when the hips rotate, we have another movement. I'm going to bring him down. No. This is the natural flow. Likewise, you know, we both come out of here. If you encourage him to be everything he can be, we're both going to go back there at some point. Okay, so you know, we're more in touch, realistic with natural cycles, and realizes they have kind of almost a divine quality to them. Okay, yeah. So it's healthy, right? So we're going back here. Good. But let's just say we'll change direction. Oh, okay. I got to win. No, we both come out of the earth, make friends there. Right now, see if we both. Well, Aikido is supposed to be spiritual, not just martial, but it has to be a healthy spirituality. You see what I mean? So I kind of like the sense that, you know, I'm calmer, less reactive out there, less like I got to do this or that. We're reaching a time where one presidential candidate is an example of what you would call the upper masculine becoming very toxic. And he's facing his worst enemy in his own psyche, feminine, but powerful. All right, now I don't know who's going to win because it's a crazy world. During the debate, I can't even look at that person. That says something right there. All right, so we're going to do the same thing right there. Now, deeper, all of a sudden we can change directions. I'm going to try to disengage. No problem. Get your balance with yourself because you're coming not so much from the upper. This is that I got to be because I got to do that. To more like just be yourself, feel. All right, and that comes from that other direction. I call it the mother protector. I'm just making up words, but psychologically, that would be the archetype. We get too much into the upper, wanting to win and divide and conquer, and it's kind of nice. She wants to unite, create oneness. You know, a little different psychology. I consider that a lot healthier than somebody who's over that way. Okay, all right. Well, Sensei said it. He says, you know, I'm kind of religious, but I'm not teaching that. I'm teaching kind of more what he calls spiritual science. Now, science and psychology are related. So we're looking at a healthy science comes out of a healthy psychology. Instead of being torn apart by what's going on, then we kind of find a zone where things are more connected. We create together. We're teammates, not oppositional. We win, not win, lose. Okay, so that's kind of the main thesis of it. So let's say he's coming in. I'm still going to cover that much. Easy, bro. Take the hips, but you got that under connection. All right, here, if it turns quick, we have a quick solution, but then we can kind of, we both come out of the earth. And, ooh. Okay. And you're standing there with balance through your body, but you're also, the energies are much more balanced, creating that balance through the body. Okay, let's change partners and switch to the Iranian nugget. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You got a steel bar. We're not bending steel. We're just seeing the other side of it. Yeah. This is the bar. My side, your side. I'm not going to bend the bar. I'm just going to look at your side a little bit. All right. That will like it. All right. They're coming in there. This is a steel bar. This side me, that side you. Thin bar. Now I'm going to see your viewpoint. I'm going to look at your side of it for a bit. So, you know, that's why I'm saying, you know, the under this healing. I don't necessarily go into like subject, object, win, lose, right, wrong. You know, those are judgments, right? And they go this way, they go this way, they go here. And that's pretty easy. You can write about it. Here we both come out of the earth, don't we? We go back to it. Maybe not at the same time, but we're also a unique being. We have a soul. We get so caught up with that, we're like Thor, miserable, overweight, and an alcoholic because we listen to his dad too much. You must be the king of Asgard. Yeah, maybe. I gotta find me first, though, yeah. So he has to listen to his mom. Right? That's the end game thing. That's my favorite scene, obviously. Don't keep going. I kind of want you to do like a pithy one right here, because you're sort of getting it. But when you sort of get it, you drag along a bunch of stuff. You feel that? Right? This side of this iron bar and that side, they're both standing on the earth. Feel that? Then we can do it differently. We can go back to it. Okay, and you kind of get it because in some sense, you know, it's not what I know. Yes, that's important, but it's who I am, and that then the vibe, the body feel of it is more important than the idea. I can watch Avengers Endgame again and just sort of be holding my hand out, waiting for the hammer to come. The hammer will come that moment. The hammer represents something. I'm not going to all of a sudden have a magical hammer come. But your key is like your true energy is like that. You got to do something to get it. No, you got to be who you are, and it'll come to you. And so if you listen to Odin, you're a mess. Listen to Freya, you know. So right here, you know, you'll notice because you're starting to drag around a lot of stuff, like Thor, right? I'm not trying to break free. We're still connected here. See that feeling right here? You're easy with it. And if I'm dragging you around, I'm not easy. I'm working way too hard. And you know, for you, then you're also kind of yeah. We're both going the same direction. No, no. Okay, yeah. So it's an important difference there because yeah. Yeah. See you a little bit more right here. Cover that much. No? See things from his viewpoint, please. Yeah. See, I know that I'm going to win here, and on the other hand, maybe I ought to just, yeah, what I thought, right about there. I'm encouraging him. I'm encouraging him to stretch, to feel his roots. Right? And if I'm too Odin and you're Thor, I'm too busy telling you who you should be and what you should do to be worthy, right?
Right.
And you're going to be a mess at some point. So you got to listen to your mom, right? And so one of the things here. All right, what do we do? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now I could finish there. But a little extra. I'm getting a better viewpoint of you. Yeah, well, I'm encouraging you to stretch out and be everything you can be.
So,
Yeah, that's just the feel. It's all in the movement, but we get too caught up in thinking what we should be doing to feel in the moment, which is where she is. You know, I'm just making up a term like mother protector, but that's kind of what it feels like. You know, essentially, kind of that Aikido is not so much, well, it's self protection, but it's also protection, mutual protection, mutual connection, right? And so, you know, at some point, the practice can go a certain way, you know, you can train a little through shallows. Turned out in the land of the roots, things kind of slow down and they have their own speed. Keep coming in this direction, boom, here comes this one. Boom. Yeah. She can take very, very direct action if she needs to. But everything is sort of not been thought out, but felt fully. You see what I mean? Okay? All right. Okay. Okay. And so, land of the roots. Oh, this is very apparent, the upper. But when I'm too upper, I'm outer, upper, outer, keeping score, you know what I mean? And to some degree, it's a judgment. Okay? Now, deeper, more connective. You're into what we call discernment. You got to make I discern something as opposed to I judge it. Easy there. Because if we're judging out there, we're judging who we are. And so if you got an inner critic or somebody, it'll rip you to pieces. Okay? All right? So deeper. Move a little bit, sort of get that area, not just the thought here. Deeper. Calmer. More connected. She has a lot of patience. But discernment's like a sword. She can cut real fast if she needs to. Okay? Kind of go back to the superhero movies. It's a little bit like Wonder Woman, not the second one that was a disaster, but the first one. Where you kind of go back to that island and they're all warriors. They're women, but they're warriors. It's a warrior tradition. Easy there. They train hard. Easy. In other words, move. So waving around out there. Now I'm trying to feel the land of the roots. Calmer. More patient. But she has discernment. Okay? Discernment. Different than a judgment. Okay? Yeah. In that first movie, she has probably the right idea. Earth is a mess because the god of war is causing all this stuff. Good, but she picks the wrong guy to be the god of war. So she has to really go, okay, my outer judgment's off, but you're the god of war. All right. You see what I mean? That's a discernment. The guy who was financing all their trips and everything, he's the one that was of war. Yeah. So she has a judgment. The general is a god of war. Discernment. You're the god of war. And I can't let you win. That's a discernment. Okay? Different. Calmer. Clearer. The Japanese word for wakaru, to understand, discern, has the radical of the sword in it. The discernment cuts cleanly in the moment. She has that sword. Okay? But she's very nurturing, very patient, very accepting. She's very easy with things, but she can wield that sword if she needs to. Okay? Let's look at, okay, so we'll go to the same motion here. Okay, so we're here. Come on.
Oh, hey.
Trying to break free. Well, what if I just have patience and keep turning my hips and we go to here? And that's the sword. But it's set up with patience and acceptance, right? You are the god of war. I'm just going to let you create more war. No, I'm Wonder Woman, and I'm from all over the Amazons, and we're very aware of who you are and what you represent, and I can't let you continue. Then she finds out that we're messed up anyway. We don't need the god of war to do war. So she has to hang around and kind of try to keep the balance there. She represents a lot of that. They call the mother protector. Okay? Same motion. See, the sword doesn't cut him down. It cuts what's separating us down. Right? I'm going to cut you down and win. No, we have our differences. Let's cut them away for a bit and deal with each other, relate to each other. That's sort of I feel. Right? Yeah, it's sword. Yeah, it's a martial art, but it's not about cutting down your enemies. It's basically saying, if I got an enemy, what I really should do is work it out so we're not enemies anymore. And that's cutting away. It's creating the enemy status. Okay? So we're here. Good. Keep turning. Not right about here. Now that I got him in a vault. No. It all kind of comes from that under area. Okay, this takes a little bit more room. Don't throw your partner into somebody else or into a wall, but it's set up the same way. Okay, so let's just from here. All right, now keep holding. If I just keep turning, and boom, not that much. A little quicker. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, land of the roots. What you call it, the mother protector or whatever it is. It's very important. No sense to say, don't neglect it. Okay, all right. Let's change partner, switch the technique a bit. Yeah. Now, one of the things right there, for example, let's just show this. Let's back it up. You feel the land of the roots? You don't just think about it, feel them. You come from there. Your nourishment, your technique, of course, here the upper is important. Okay? But this is so neglected. This is so neglected, right? Yeah. Right. That you got to major in it a little bit. It's so easy, it's like Thor, how many movies did he do before? he kind of had the realization he was an emotional wreck. I'm the god of thunder. I'm supposed to be the king of Asgard. Follow my father. Gee, this doesn't feel right. Why? Because it's like you can't listen to the words. You got to feel who you are. Doesn't mean he's not the king of Asgard, although I think he kind of abdicated for the moment. But that area was easy. It's very easy. Like if you're coming in this direction. See, if I just start to kind of go this way, I'm getting the surface of it. There's a break. You see the difference right there? Over this way. Good. Now right here, land of the roots, the land of the roots. We don't even have to finish because you feel the connection. And there's you and me, and there's also the land of the roots. So our key is somewhat connected. It's a group effort. It's a team effort, not just me winning over you. That's why Aikido, in its own ways, is revolutionary because so many arts are based upon that. And Osase was coming from a different direction, wasn't it? He's coming from a different direction. And he was powerful, but he was also loving. He was also wise and a bunch of stuff that so, and he was in a male culture, very much male, but kind of coming from that other direction. He kind of, we call it the mother figure. I'm not talking about anything other than it's an archetype. It's a psychological construct within the deeper subconscious. Has a lot of juice to it, right? Part of Aikido's job is to get that more where people are connected, dialoguing, not trying to beat each other up. You did that, well, you did that. Yeah, easy there. Yeah. All we're going to do is create more death and destruction. So it's just be very easy there. We'll kind of talk it out, see what we can do here. And probably we can work something out where people don't have to die in stupid language. Right? Okay. So when you're now you're going back. Good. Good. Deeper. Deeper. Yeah, get down. Good. Okay, now you're gonna very important down and go easily. Complete the motion, but you're going to have your roots as you're completing the motion. So then all of a sudden it's a connective project, isn't it? Yeah, if you dance around up there, you miss it. You see what I mean? We're not trying to get away with each other. We're actually trying to get closer. We're connected. It's psychologically, it's the exact opposite. If you're in the upper, you're trying to win, create space to do something. Okay? All right? Yeah. 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 Connection. 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 Okay. Oh, actually, good. Actually, I think we're out here. We've been doing a lot of this lately. We're going to go back to that in just a little bit. We're right here. I'm going to try and move you. Connection. Connection. Now, see where you are so you'll feel it. If you dance, you won't feel it. Okay, I'm not going to throw you. Stay a little bit more over there. Connection. Okay, you felt it. In some sense, the words play into the upper. Words are important communication, but we communicate through feeling and connection. A little different. You see what I mean? In other words, the words are good, but Thor's been listening to his father's words, which are not incorrect. They're just kind of, they're a little toxic now, right? I listen to my dad, listen to my dad. Well, no, maybe you should listen to your mom. You know that feeling a little bit? So right here, good. You know, right there. You know, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, a little smooth. Yes, feel that one? Feel that connection right there? It's constant, right? In some sense, if we kind of get her, then you and I are both standing on that floating bridge. You see what I mean? She can I leave her, it's a walk. Even though it's an Aikido technique. You see that feeling a little bit? So if we're coming in this direction, good. Now right there. Get down a little bit. No, it's not here. Down something through you. Be easy here. Easy here. Down. Now. Oh no. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. You feel the connection? See, the floating bridge is not just for one person. If you start to touch that, just as I said, a lot of stuff, you know, that oftentimes get ignored, like the land of the roots. He said it once. He talked about a bunch of other stuff, but he said that once in my reading of the literature. Okay, so right here, and now what you're going to do, instead of being so visual, you're going to feel, you're going to get down a little bit. Good. Now you're going to step back. Good. Now. And now right there, very important. You're going to do your move, but you're going to stay connected, stay down. And what you find is you and I are connected right through that. To some degree, we're one, right? There's no gap there. We seem to be on two, you know, like yin to yang to yin, but there's a harmony there, isn't there? And after a while, that's your guide. And it really starts kind of with what he calls the land, the roots. Up here, there's all that stuff up there that gets toxic if you overdo it. That's what's going on with this stupid culture right now, right? It's toxic. So feel, be. Okay. Yeah. So easy. See, the upper kind of gets kind of, it's too toxic in the way that I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to do that. And they got an idea of me, and they got to do all these things in order to. From that direction, it's more of a being place. It's more of a connective place. You can do all the Aikido techniques up and get pretty good, but you'll kind of stay a jock. Okay. And so you kind of hang out with its depth. And I'm kind of spread apart a little bit more. Move your arms a little bit, but move your whole body. Okay, I'm kind of looking at it, trying to mimic a form, but it's deeper. It's calmer. I wouldn't call it rational that way because, you know, that person has an idea of what rationality is. But to me, it makes a lot of sense. You find your own balance with yourself. You get to where, you know, you get out of it. That one judges up there. This one discerns. It feels. It connects and then it discerns. It's a little different. So again, I'm not teaching a religion, but it's kind of more of a healthy spirituality. That's why I created Aikido. Martial art, good, but it kind of promotes a healthy spirituality, deeper, calmer, more inclusive. So you can't just think about it and hear the words. The words are there to kind of guide you. Yeah. And that shot that Curry made to win the gold, so to speak. Yeah, his father was an all-time great shooter. But I'm willing to bet that his mom offered a kind of support to him to give him the courage to take that crazy shot. Because, if you're just there because your father was an all-time great shooter and you're living on your reputation, you have to win. It took great courage to take that shot. It was kind of like Thor's hammer coming back. It's like, whoa, best shot I've ever seen. Maybe there'll be a better one later. I don't know. But boom, a connective. And when you feel the support of that energy, you're not worthy because of this or that. You're worthy because of who you are. It's a little different. It's a healthy spirituality. I mean, you have to maybe settle, go a little deeper, calmer, open. And to be honest with you, I like myself a lot better down here when I'm connected to this, as opposed to the one that messes up and yells at himself because he messed up. Yeah, we all make mistakes. But you keep going around out there, you keep making the same ones. You sink a little deeper, find yourself a little bit. You go into the ability to discern. That's the sort of Aikido is discernment. Yes, it's a sword, it's a martial art. But you discern where the separation is. You cut that separation where you create a unity. And one of the big things, okay, there's that and there's this. So that's overworked. So we'll put a little time into this, which is that sword cutting away the separation between my this and my that. This is sort of underdeveloped. In terms of Star Trek, it's the undiscovered country, whatever that title was. All right, so everybody up. And now, direct, like that. Calm. Just because he's coming at me doesn't mean I have to react. Now we could go here. Let's go. So sometimes energies come at you that are kind of sharp. This is a sharp energy. And I get in my upper place right here. Okay. And we're kind of going to do an EQ. And a lot of times I got to reverse his power and win. Or maybe I have to find a better angle right here and resolve issues in ways. So somebody comes at you kind of sharp. Maybe you're going to have to swerve a little bit, but you don't. See, I'm not disconnecting. I'm kind of keeping that calm here. Easy. Easy. Entry emotion. There's that steel bar again. Okay. So we're switching this. We've done a lot of things where we can step back, and that's good. But on the other hand, the life will come at you sometimes that way, kind of sharp. Still that easy approach. Okay. All right. Let's change partners. Okay. Huh. Huh. Did we? Did it? Yep. This one here. Now you get off my screen for now. Huh. Well, just that still bar.
Little incentive there.
Now, right there. Now, bend your knees a bit. Give the upper mask a little bit, you know. Listen to your mom. Right? Your energy is high in this direction. Or get off your hard horse and listen to your mom. She's the wisest person in Asgard. All right. Now, what are the things right here? Now, right there, you're the same thing right there. You're like, boom. I just switched to Odin. You're going to do that. Odin. Boom. Shoots it. Right. And then you wind up like Thor, an alcoholic, and listen to your mom. Listen to your mom. Listen to your mom. Who cares? Listen to your mom. Listen to your mom. You're still there. Otherwise, you know, Odin kind of resolves everything by firing a thunderbolt.
Right.
You see what I mean? And that's okay. It's just sometimes it's somewhat necessary. She has her own stuff. But okay, yeah, easy here, easy here, easy here, easy here. Listen, listen, listen. Feel, feel, feel. You're gonna like yourself a lot more. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Easy. How else are you gonna be easy unless you're easy as Uke? You can't be easy as Nage without being easy as Uke. Okay, now what I kind of want you to do a little bit, you're about halfway there. Okay, easy. Stop. He's coming in. Here we go this way. Don't stop it. It's a trusting motion. Now, what happens right here is you're still thinking about a twist. No, it's a trust. You see the difference right there? That trust doesn't stop at your elbow. Oh. Right. Now the twist. It's a trusting motion. You're coming in this direction. That's a trusting motion.
Right.
Huh? I'm coming. Now the twist. For example, I step in there. Right? Now everybody gets into twisting. Thrust. Yes. And step. Thrust. Step. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, now now what you're gonna do right here, I'm coming this way. Slide in like you did. No? Slide in. Good. Slide in, left foot, right hand. You don't grab, you feel. Good. The other hand goes to the elbow. Good. Now, everybody gets into twisting the arm. Twist your spear that direction. Go. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So first of all, relax. Wide angle lens. If I think that you hypnotize me, step in. Good. Now, you're going to step with your right hip, but your left hand is going to, it's a feel hand. See what I mean? You can't visually grab my hand. It's too fast without losing your center. You can feel. Good. Now, thrust. Okay. Step. Okay. And that's about what it is. And depending on, your level of development, people spend their whole Aikido career messing that up. You get better at twisting. You get limited results, right? No, it's really true, Doesn't mean that somebody doesn't learn well, but the whole purpose of that configuration is to kind of make a breakthrough. In other words, instead of seeing the arm as having a twist, you make a connection. That's what she does. She can be very direct. That's the other thing you're saying. You tend to think mother protector, but she's got a sword or spear. She has discernment. And the ability to discern, I'm trying to judge which works better. Well, guess what? Discernment says none of those things apply to get limited results. Go for the big prize, which means you find yourself when you find the solution. You see the feeling? Right? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And what's important, discernment, judgment versus discernment. Okay. You got an arm here. I'm judging the direct twist of the arm. Do I twist it this way? Do I twist it that way? I'm asking a question and I'm judging which twist is better. Discernment says it's not a twist at all. It's a thrust. That's why, as I said, it's very direct. And you can spend your whole life trying to judge which twist is correct. You could ask the question, who do you want as president of the United States? Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, Joseph Stalin. Judge them and choose. If you discern, you think, I don't want any of them. And if you do, well, that's your vote. I mean, I'm not going to, But we could spend the whole class arguing, who should be president between Mussolini, Stalin, and Hitler. And after a while, that's a waste of energy, isn't it? We're going to, maybe we'll have a war. I like Hitler, you like Mussolini, Discernment says, kill 3 off the board, okay? All right? You see how direct that is? If you're Thor, you're before he talks to his mom, you're debating in your mind which of Odin's edicts you've blown worse. So for your unworthy, right? And his mom says, don't listen to your dad. He's just in judgment about yourself. You can't judge yourself and be worthy. You can discern, from I made a mistake. Yeah, okay, now I'm discerning a better path from that mistake. So you're kind of we learn from our mistakes, right? You don't make a mistake, you won't learn. Okay? So, everybody up? And if we, for example, look at this, this is what we call the direct energy. Right? And we were talking about the mother protector. Well, she's got to protect herself. And there's a spirit coming directly or something. So we're going to, good. Now, I break her balance by twisting the arm. No, it's a thrusting motion. Your energy goes like that. If you're an archer, you fire an arrow. You don't take we'll try to poke them with an arrow. It's a different technology. Now, the other, complete it. Good. One more time. Off the line. Now, here I use the cross step before I take the step in. If I don't, then I'm kind of not right about here. What do I do? Trust. If we kind of do the whole thing a little better, it's one motion. Off the line. Cross step. Thrust. Okay? Step to the side, grab the arm, twist. They're two very, very different things. Out from here, for example, we go this way. We got that one. There's a lot of things that you can do off of that. But technique, after a while, part of training is developing discernment. You find a better way. You discern a better way. So your technique is technique, but technique is also like an energy puzzle. As you touch a deeper level of yourself, and as you kind of bond with that under area, your level of yourself deepens as well. Before your discernment sharpens. It's a sword. All right? Yeah. That's where all my energy is going. The thrust is really a spiral. And here the spiral starts bigger and starts to kind of become light to laser. Okay. And part of, the discernment, as you settle more into the land of the roots, your eye for things goes more into a discerning eye. Okay? Harmony is better than war. Communication is better than chaos. Doesn't take much to discern that, does it? Except when I have a self-interest and I'm kind of caught up in the upper world going that way. See there. No sense they kind of wanted us. Again, don't neglect the land of the roots. Very easy to neglect because there's so much activity up here and out there. Okay, let's go one more time into the EQ motion. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Same partner. Yeah, and one thing right there. You're holding on to the arrow. It's not about throwing anybody, but right here he feels the arrow going from the bow. Okay? And I'm holding on to the arrow. Okay? Then that's step we need. Right? Come on. Well, I'm coming for you. Start with that foot forward. Okay, that was good. Yeah. See, it was continuous connection. Right? Right? Okay, that's good. That's good. So you're not holding on to the arrow. See, the Olympics team would have won if Curry hadn't taken that shot because they were up by. But there was no question when that went down. It was game over. It was night night, right? It took courage to take that shot, right? I'm willing to bet, that I know his dad was a great shooter. And you could argue he has his dad's genes. I'm almost willing to bet there was something he picked up from his mom. Her support. That gave him the courage to take that shot. You let it go. Didn't hold on to it. Didn't pass it to KD or LeBron. He could have done that. And he had to put it over two giant guys falling away from 30 feet. It was gorgeous. Right? Right about there, we get into the twist. Rotate your hips, thrust. Good. You see, it's not hard, but we get caught up in the judgments about what to do with the arm when the whole game is to thrust or let the arrow go. You see what I mean? That's discernment. You get results twisting the arm, but they're limited results. Okay, you see what I mean? The discernment says, okay, this is the map. Where am I with that motion and connection right there? You don't stray from that too much, right? Or once you find yourself, you'll know exactly what to do when you find out who you are. And you might not want to listen to your dad so much. He's screwing you up right now. Right? And that feeling, but Odin said, listen to your mom. Okay, all right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. One thing about it is that let's just say that, we're going to play basketball. Once you get over there, okay, I'm going to pass it to you. Okay. But you get right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw him a bounce pass. You see what I mean? Because if I throw the straight pass, so here, it's a bounce pass. The trajectory is towards a target, a teammate, right? But for example, here, that's a pass. It's a bounce pass. And what is a bounce pass? Well, you're using the ground, aren't you? Better angle. Boom. Boom. Okay. Yeah. And part of that bounce is like instead of getting too caught up in the upper thing, it's a bounce pass. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And one of the okay. Now one of the things right here. All right. In basketball, I'm going to throw the ball, but I'm going to throw a bounce pass.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass you the ball. But I go this way, he's going to step in and I'm going to throw a bounce pass. It's going to get you. The energy is still going, but guess what? The land of the roots. Discrimination, discernment. Yeah. You're coming in this direction. We go, boom, boom, boom. Right. Now, right there, we're going to go, are you listening to your mom or not? Okay, because the thing is that, oh, you can boom, throw, boom.
Yeah.
And doing Odin's bidding for all those years, I'm going to be a mess. Breathe, be easy. Now, when I say bounce pass, you feel it.
Yeah.
When you're creating that armor, it's your intellect fighting your heart. And that was Thor's problem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His mom said, look, you listen to your dad too much. Listen to me a little bit more. It was a spiritual direction. What's his problem? He doesn't feel worthy anymore. Because he, whatever he messed up, he went for the heart, he should have gone for the head. He went for the heart.
Yeah.
And therefore, the whole universe got totally screwed. If you're coming in this direction, use it. Now, breathe. It's like right here, boom, right? And if you're absolutely too stubborn,
Oh.
we just switch, don't we? But you don't learn the lesson. You see what I mean?
Can I feel it when right
Yeah, well, right here. Okay, yeah, right okay, boom. Right. It's not a twist, it's a thrust.
Right.
And you can make it into this twist and that twist, and you get better results.
Yeah.
But those are judgments.
Twisted. Judge.
Yeah. If Donald Trump wins the election, you have strategy A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Good. Shouldn't win the election. That's a discernment.
Right.
Not how do we make it better when the nuts in the White House? We may face that.
Mm. Could be.
Here. And energy. Thrust. The thrust runs into the spiral. Or Congress was saying, boom, boom. The spiral has a base to it. Bounce fast. Okay? Right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought we were. No. Okay. Anything. For some reason. 423. Okay, all right. Okay. One thing to realize is that the mother protector has a sword or spear. It's called discernment. Okay. Up there tends to be a lot of judgment. Judgment day. Oh, what am I going to be worthy? See that whole thing right there is that a lot of times the upper model, after a while, most of the time it's all right, but if it just gets too carried away with itself, it becomes toxic. And then what happens is that, you got to make somebody else wrong in order to be right. And that's the opposite of something healthy. So when Osensei created Aikido, I think what he was doing was just trying to get us into a healthy spirituality activity using martial arts. Okay. Anyway, we've got a couple of minutes, so let's. It looks upper, but I just want to see the roots here and how open the technique can be. Right now, okay, I got the idea of it, and I get lead and open, but from the roots, open. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's end with the seated Kokyu Ho, different partner. Which to me was really now. Yeah, yeah. One other thing. Yeah, good. Now, sometimes, for example, this motion itself is too open. But, from the roots, it's cool. See, this movement by itself is a little too open. But here, when you're getting that nourishment, you're not afraid to open that way. See what I mean? Without that, this is a horrible move. But you kind of feel the power, the energy coming up, kind of, it's a tree, right? But it's got very deep roots. I'm like this, but no roots. I'm going to collapse with it. And then boom, whatever. It's free and easy, isn't it? So, that's, Sensei said, do not neglect the importance of the Nenokuni, the land of the roots. And he only said it once in this one book, I read it, going, that's funny. He says a lot of things again and again, but he only said that once. right? But that area, where you, because you're old style, it's almost like, it's like what, you don't give it away, you make them kind of, but he has to say something. So, so he said once, he's talking about the usual stuff. So don't neglect the land, the floating bridge of heaven, all the stuff. Don't neglect the land of the roots, because without the nourishment of that, that's just upper idea. So he was really talking about, just sort of getting down a bit, and being cool and things like that. Okay, so keep going, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Everybody stand up, stretch the legs for a bit. Everybody up, just for a second. All right. And what happens, when you kind of do that, because sometimes the land of the roots, the underworld gets kind of like, but it's not that. One thing we watch Curry a lot. I remember one time, he's just down here after he does something, and he's just enjoying the energy down here. Boom. When you get down here, you start to twist your butt, but he's really, his hips are very fluid. Boom. All right. So don't be afraid to get down. You know what I mean? This is your perspective, right? Don't listen to your mom, Thor. Be a man. Be the king of Asgard. Listen to that too much, right? Give you this magic hammer. Be worthy of it. It's like, oh, at some point, it's like it becomes toxic in his system. You just listen too much to that one thing. So he's got to kind of bond with his mom. And again, that crazy golden dagger shot. I'm willing to bet that a lot of this, Curry's confidence, he had to feel worthy to take that shot. You had Kevin Durant and LeBron James open on the other side of the court, and he was being double teamed by two genetic freaks. And he knew he was going to get double teamed. So he throws the ball to Durant, gets it back. One of them is Kevin Durant. One of them's got to kind of say, okay, but then he gets the ball back and they're right on top of him. And he does a hop step back from 30 feet. He throws it up somehow over these two guys that have like a 7-foot wingspan, fading back on 1 foot and nothing but net. We're going, wow. It's not just that the shot went in. It's just he had the guts to take that shot. You see what I mean? Without the guts to take that shot, hey, he could have passed it to LeBron. LeBron could have made that shot. KD could have made that shot, but it was his moment. He sensed it. He kind of, the mother protector, enough nourishment from that direction that he was more than worthy. Instead of the magic hammer, we got the golden dagger now. Right? And that's important. Everybody here, maybe the mission isn't to sink a 30-foot shot fading back from on 1 foot over two genetic freak guys that are just trying to stop you, Yeah, there was a sense where there was something in him, the courage to step up and be more than equal to the moment. And I'm willing to bet that all that stuff he got from his dad, which was probably a lot, it was probably his mom somehow with what she could instill in him. The love, the support that gave him that strength to get that golden dagger. And so much of spirituality, politics, everything is just so upper these days. And you see it, and so this and that, you got to compete to see who's best or, the other direction. It's unity. it's balance, it's connection. So when we're kind of doing that, I mean, your uke is a really good one because in some sense, uke, you are listening to that direction. You are listening. It's easy to kind of pull that other stuff. The problem is she's got a sword and she's got a spear. She's got anything she wants, but the feeling right here is uke. When you're uke, thank you. You are in that listening mode, and therefore, as nage, that's your guide. She doesn't instruct so much in terms of fancy this and fancy that. Okay, she's very direct. As I said, discernment is discernment. And what you find as you do Aikido, you get these constructs in your head. And at some point, you can argue which construct is correct or currently, but it's really as you go a little deeper, you acquire a discernment. So you see through what you're doing. Okay, and that's important. Okay, let's spell out. Okay, thank you very much. Today, in about an hour, I've been told you don't have to be there at 2 o'clock. It goes 2 to 6 o'clock. It's a memorial celebration of Frank Sylvie Sensei, whom we unfortunately lost earlier this year. For those of you intending to go, the address is 423 North 6th Street. The old dojo was 587 North 6th Street. So 423 will be a block south. I was there once years ago, so I got to find it. Okay, but if you forget, 4 is Curry's number, Olympic number. 23 is Draymond Green's number. So that's how it's in my head right now. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay. This is not about the end of it. Here.